Number two, I wanted to make sure that it was actually live. My last one, I wasn't sure if the stream was unlisted or not. So this will be, I guess, a standalone video along with the live stream. So I'll kind of talk through it a little bit, but I'm not sure what the plan is today. I had to wait a little bit to train because it started to storm, and it was also 106 with the heat index. So thankfully, the storm came and lowered the temperature a little bit, so it's not quite as terrible outside. And I didn't want to obviously live to it was 93, just the temperature, and then I'm not sure if it was the heat index, but it was like the feels like temperature was 106, which is kind of absurd. So wasn't really looking forward to that, but I do my no contact muscle snatches and then see how I feel from there. But that will probably be the extent of the live video, is just some of the muscle snatches that I do, which should be pretty quick. I haven't warmed up at all or anything, so you're going to see some of the bar work, see my crackles, since I don't have the music playing to hide all the joints crackling. But feel pretty alert and feel pretty ready, so that's kind of the big key. It's very humid out, but definitely not as hot as it was before. The bar still weighs 45 pounds like it always does. This is normally how I warm up most sessions. I just never really showed on videos because I usually will just go through this for as long as I need to and do multiple sets of just kind of move around and try to get everything loosened up. Should feel really comfortable sitting down in a squat. I don't know why that is. I could sit down there for probably 20 minutes, basically till I start getting like numbing and tingling from just sitting on all my blood vessels, but never feels uncomfortable to be sitting down in there. Even as you see, as I just walked in, that was literally the first squat I've done, and it felt fine. As far as the mobility of it, it's more so moving up and down and getting my knees to loosen up and all of that kind of shenanigans. But start moving around. I'll probably throw some weight on here real quick and just start doing some muscle snatches. This is the only part I don't look forward to, is the first overhead squat, but thankfully I feel pretty good. Don't really know why that is. It's not like I ever lift light, so it's always weird when I don't feel tight warming up. Get my old trusty notebook out so I can start writing. Looks like someone liked the video. I do appreciate that. I don't know if anyone's actually going to be into the stream while it's happening live, but I do appreciate anyone that's kind of pops in even for a second just to say hi or anything. I'll try my best to, if you like, leave a chat or something to see it. I don't know how easy it will be to see with my phone. I'll hit live chat. All right, well, I may be able to see it. I think it should pop up to the side, but I have a feeling not many people are going to be coming in. But been really happy with how the YouTubes have been going. Been really enjoying doing some of the Smite stuff and some of the chest stuff. I know the chest stuff isn't very popular, but for me, I like doing it. In fact, just hit a 1200 chest rating, which is, I think it was 1204, so a new high on there. And since I've been putting more of that online, I've been getting better at it. But we'll throw, let's talk in pounds today, because it's too hard to think in kilos when they're all weird ones. This is technically 43 kilos, but we'll do 95 pounds. This is the true question, if I feel good or not when I'm doing these, if I do overhead squats. If I feel good, I like to throw them in, because it's a good, like, it's just good for the mobility of it, I suppose. I put this mat over here because it helps level out the platform a bit more. The other week I put new cement and stuff underneath because it just gets beat up over time of using it. But I put a cement, then I put a mat on top of the cement underneath that layer. Then I have 2 layers of mats, and I still had a bit of a divot, and I put those 2 more, they're like really thin mats, but 2 more of those layers, and it seemed to make it perfectly level. And I kind of measured it by just setting the bar on the ground and seeing how much distance I had from the wooden platform, and making sure both sides were kind of the same. So that's why I feel pretty confident that it's pretty level. And I can kind of roll it around, which is nice. It doesn't settle as much. But let's do one of these. The nice thing with no contact muscle snatches is you can do them no matter how you feel. The overhead squat parts are the hard part. I also don't know what this is. I think my roommate got mud in here or something. But we'll see. See if I die or not. It didn't feel horrible. Definitely a little tight in the wrist, but it wasn't anything that was particularly painful. Move this over here a little bit. Alright, don't see anything. If you see me move my phone around, that's what I'm trying to, just to make sure that there isn't any chat, because I do, or I would like to respond if there happens to be someone that pops into there. I'll do another set there. I don't feel terrible. I don't have anything on my hands or on my wrist or on my knees yet, and nothing's really like shooting out in crazy pain, so definitely is a good sign that I'll be able to get some good work in, but you never know. Muscle snatches usually almost always go well. So I'll do that set again. Felt even better. Wrist hurt even less than that one. It's usually a good sign. See, less pain. Less pain, the better. We'll go up from there. I mean, I feel good enough. I'll just go up to 135. They got the blues. Looks like a little water seeped into the shed, so it's not entirely waterlocked, but there isn't a lot of moisture under stuff. Imagine not being able to get a plate on. It's just too heavy and not strong enough. It's mostly like in this area where the step is, where I get a lot of moisture, and then behind where the camera is in the corner. And it seems pretty dry. I can't check in the other corner because I have the blocks and stuff there. And I have tarp and stuff down, but it doesn't seem as wet on like the top corner where I can see it. And normally there is a lot of moisture there after it rains, but looks like just by the shed, and that would, or by the door, which would make sense because it was blowing pretty hard for a little bit. Just not it's actually like the perfect amount of storm to assess that sort of thing. Rained really hard for a little bit, but not for too long. So you're able to kind of see what the potential water issues would be. But it's like we're still cruising. The live is still going. Last time I tried to do this, it got messed up and like stopped. But looks like it's still going strong, and it's a little bit cooler out, so hopefully, I think that's why it stopped the last time, because of the heat. And that's why I just want to do the muscle snatches, but 2 sets of 2 at 95. We'll do a set of 2 here. I guess a 2 plus 1 if you count the overhead squat, but it's not really important volume to really worry about, especially when it's just like a warm-up. Yeah, it's definitely not 106 out here, which is nice. Whew. A little bit tougher on that one, but this happens when you add weight. It gets heavier. Whew. It's not as hot, but it definitely is humid. So I did a couple of the overhead squats there. I want to jump up to 70 kilos or 155, and then 80, 175, and maybe one other jump, but I don't know. Maybe I'll challenge myself and do the overhead squats. I'll throw in my my knee wraps. There's not really any particular way to put these on. You just wrap them around so that you feel warm and tingly inside. I do like to wear these just about every session. Something on my knee. Even if I don't put them tight, it's nice to have them on, because it does kind of keep the joint warm. I don't know what my chair is up against. Maybe it's just because I'm old, I like always putting these on, but I almost feel like if I'm going to lift naked knees, I'd rather put these on for all my warm-up sets and then take them off for my top set. But usually I just leave them on and then reset, putting them on between snatch, clean jerks. Is usually about how long they stay on with how you can optimally put them on. But that was 135 for 2, so we'll throw some more weight on and do 155. Sweating pretty well. Move this chair around a little bit too. Everything in my house is in pounds, which is unfortunate, but you gotta live with what you got. This one I'll just do 1 rep and then do the overhead squat with it. Felt everything crackling on that one. So I don't need to go to a chiropractor. I can crack my body myself. Alright, so that was 170 or 155. So we'll go up to 175. I did put cement by the front door, kind of under the mat, to hopefully prevent some of the weathering that happens under the mat. So I think that's why a lot of the cement breaks, is just it gets moisture under there, and then I drop 5s of 10s of pounds. I dropped too much weight on it. And it's just that spot too. But it's, since I've been lifting out here, it's always been cracked from like the first time I've been in here. So it's, and like I'm sure it's cracked on the right side, but I've never had an issue with it, with like the flatness on the other side. It's only been on that side. And I think a lot of it is the wear and tear of me dropping it. Even though I have 2 layers of thick stall mats from Tractor Supply on it, which, you know, I thought would be enough and really should have, but I think the problem is that moisture gets under there and makes the cement wet, and then starts to break it down more than otherwise it would, or much more so than it does on the other side. That's my only theory, unless my left side I just yeet it down harder. But whew. Hey, there's 2 people in here. That's pretty dope. Hello, friends. I'm gonna go muscle snatch this 175. If I miss it, you guys can make fun of me. My best is like 93 kilos, or like 205. So it should be no problem. Famous last words. Add more. Whew. Did what, 85 the other day, and that's 187 in freedom units. Had 2 people pop in for a second. You know, that's a high score for live streams. Do appreciate it. Even if you pop in and go, this guy's a freaking clown, and then click off. The only thing missing is my red nose and big shoes. And I suppose a wig. So we'll go to 190. You don't need to think about what that is in kilos, because it's more than 185 kilos. It's like 86. 85 is 187, so gotta find my 2.5s. They're always hiding. They're really hard to find when you're blind. The heaviest muscle snatch I've done in quite a while. But this will for sure be the last one I do. Fix my paper. 190. It might turn into a bit of a snatch plus press, but we'll get it up. I'm pretty confident in that. I just realized I'm not recording any of these on my regular camera. It'll be an exclusive live stream of my muscle snatch session. But, you know, that's what you get when you tune in. Subpar weightlifting from a fat teacher. All right. actually went pretty well. But that's gonna be my last muscle snatch. Whew. Let's see if I can flip this around to my ugly face. Looks like I got 2 people here, so I do appreciate it. That's gonna be it for this little muscle snatch session. I'm trying to look at my phone and the camera, and I see it's off to my left. But I'm gonna do the rest of my session. I think it would be too long of a live stream, and I don't trust my phone not to get all messed up. But that was 190 pounds, 70 kilos, thereabouts. So heaviest, 2 kilos more, or 86 or 7 kilos, something like that in kilos. But yeah, let's keep adding those in. I'm actually really surprised my wrist didn't really bother me or anything on that, but take a little break here, then start hitting some snatches. So you'll be able to see the rest of those maybe in a short or on Instagram or in a longer video tomorrow. But I appreciate you guys tuning in, those of you who are here, and I look forward to talking to you all in the comments in the next video.